line, boy, it's time to break it down. Grab a mic, kill the stage, yeah, second nature now. Mama said I make her proud, I told her I made a vow. Just to wait around in the year, I'll put her in a house.
Hey, what's up everybody? This is Nightwing2303 from kicksoncourt.com. Today we have another performance review. It is part 2 of the Air Penny project, so obviously it's going to be on the Air Penny 2. And with that being said, let's not waste any more time and get right into it. So the best way to describe the traction would be consistent. Basically, you have the same exact pattern at the forefoot as you do in the heel, and it pretty much goes full length. So this spiral section, both in the heel and forefoot, it's giving you just as much traction or court coverage as it would no matter what direction you're going to be moving in. So front to back, left to right, medial, lateral, cuts, stops, doesn't really matter. You're getting the same amount of traction the entire way through. So with that consistency, it definitely made the traction better than what it actually is. Mostly because you don't have to adjust yourself for certain movements. So really didn't matter what you did. You got the same exact feature through and through, which is something that was pretty darn cool. So the overall traction in general is not great. It definitely could be better, but for what is provided, it is a decent traction surface. I would definitely recommend this for outdoors especially. So the rubber is pretty thick, and it would be very good and suitable for outdoor surfaces and clean indoor surfaces. The cushion compared to the Air Penny 1 was just phenomenal. The foam for one is just a lot lighter than what was used in the Air Penny 1. So the foam alone made a huge difference. Then you have that forefoot zoom unit, which is right here, along with a slightly larger volume heel air unit. Now this heel air unit was awesome. It felt great. It felt better than the previous version. The Penny 1 was fine in cushion once you got going and got it all broken in and everything, but this was just tons better and straight out the box. So there was some small break-in period, but it definitely wasn't anything above what the Air Penny 1 was. If anything, this only took like maybe a couple hours, and that was it. After that, it was pretty much good to go. Very solid and consistent through and through. Transition was decent. There was a little bit extra collapse here in the bag when you have your heel strikes, but I don't know if you're going to be able to see actually inside the bubble, but there's like this, there's I don't know what to call it. It's like a plastic like chamber within the bag itself. So that kind of reduces that instability that you might have in an air unit when you're going from heel to toe versus having a full-length air unit. So hopefully that makes sense. I don't know how much sense that's going to make, but it's in there and it helps. It has an actual purpose, so it's for stability. And like I said, the cushion is awesome, especially after it's been broken in. It's just so much better than the Air Penny 1. It's not even funny. As far as materials are concerned, I went over this in the initial video for this shoe here. This nubuck that they used on the upper, honestly, it's pretty cheap. I don't, it's gonna get a slightly lower grade just based off of the fact that it's not very nice material in general. As far as how it worked, it did hold up just fine. I don't really have any complaints with that. It got stepped on and I don't know what else to call it, but like when somebody steps on your foot and I kind of like pull it out, so scraped up and things like that. It just kind of got beat up on court, and while it shows a lot of wear, it's still in one piece, which is great. So can't really complain about the materials too much, other than it could have just been a nicer material, or maybe more, I guess you could say more luxurious, especially for their price point. But that's not a huge concern. It did work, so it just could have been a little bit better. And as far as the fit goes, I actually did go down half a size. It's kind of a weird fit because you still aren't getting the best heel lockdown, but if I go to my regular size 9, which I do have, there's just, the heel just flops like crazy. So going down a half a size was ideal for me. There was very little room in the forefoot while playing, so that's something to keep in mind. This is definitely a shoe that you're going to want to try on. If you have a wide foot, you might want to just go with your regular size, because I'm sure that your width would cover up any extra space that you might have. So sizing is just kind of weird as far as the fit is concerned. And As far as the overall like lockdown and everything, the midfoot was awesome. This weird kind of design that they have where it like wraps up and then envelopes over the top of your foot just keeps everything down in place, super secure from here up, just like the Penny one, but this one is even better. And then the heel, it's better than the Air Penny one, but it's not like yay, you know what I mean? Like it just didn't do much. Your heel does sit inside of this what do you call it, the back of the Phylon. It sits right about here, so that's kind of like an extended or external heel cup. It's not really doing anything as far as keeping it in. Maybe some notches, extra padding, a little bit more molded or sculpted heel inside would have been nice, but other than that, the heel wasn't great. Everything else was fantastic though as far as the lockdown goes. It's just the heel, again, just like the Air Penny one, just was kind of a letdown, and you know, but that's going to be someone's personal preference as far as their fit. I know some people do like loose fitting shoes, so I'm just not one of them. As far as ventilation goes, there literally is no ventilation on this shoe whatsoever. No perfs, no mesh, nothing. The tongue itself is the same exact material as the rest of the upper. It's this like cheap nubuck, and that's pretty much all there is to say. I mean, ventilation just there wasn't any, and it's pretty simple and straightforward. As far as support is concerned, you're getting most of your support from the fit itself. Like I said earlier with the fit section, this thing right here, the way that it wrapped over your foot, it was completely awesome. I'm sure that those the Air Shake and Destruct, the ones that have the lacing system up the side, the older Oddmans, I'm sure that those have like a crazy fit because it's going to be like completely cinching your foot inside the shoe. So maybe I'll try those out one of these times, those newer ones with the 180 bag on the bottom. After they like go down on sale and stuff, I'm not gonna go rush out to go grab them. But anyways, so as far as support goes, the fit itself was great. You know, as far as its support goes along the midfoot, and then the wing here, just like the Air Penny 1, was crazy. It was enough support on the lateral side to where I could pick and choose the softest materials if I wanted to, which I did. That way I don't experience much break in time with the upper itself, because you know, these 90s shoes, the midsoles are kind of thick, especially compared to some of today's sneakers. So the midsole itself needs break in time. I don't really want to mess with breaking in the upper at the same time as the midsole. That could be kind of a pain. So I like that it has the wing there. It definitely supports everything. I was saying that this little recessed area that you would like sit into your heel like lands right about here. It doesn't keep your foot in there perfectly. So and neither does the top of the eyelets. It, you know, runner's loop, whatever you were doing, it just really didn't make a difference. So that was kind of a bummer. The last bit of support that you're really getting is from the base. This is the first penny to have the carbon fiber shank, and it actually does wrap up the medial and lateral sides. So that's something that you rarely see in a shoe with carbon fiber. The next shoe that you'll see it in is with the Air Foamposite, and they definitely exaggerated the wrap of the carbon fiber, so because those ones go way up, and basically the plate goes from right about here to here, and it gives you a little bit of extra spring back, so when you are pushing off, the shoe will spring back into shape, giving you an extra kind of push or oomph, and then it also helps prevent over flexing of the arch. So all of that stuff did work, and it worked out perfectly fine, and I definitely enjoyed playing in these shoes. Alright guys, so that pretty much takes care of the review on the Air Penny 2. This is a fantastic shoe to play in, definitely a nostalgic shoe for most people, myself included. And there's something about playing in an older shoe that has actual materials on it, nubuck, suedes, leathers, that just brings you kind of back to your younger days, back when shoes were actually worth their $100 plus price point, before they started putting plastics on the shoes, which actually do work, so I will give it that. But you know, playing $100 and something for a heat pressed, pumped out piece of plastic like a Hyperfuse fly wire and stuff like that, it's just not really worth it. We're kind of getting ripped off, and at least with this stuff, you're getting kind of actual materials, you know what I mean? So I like it. It definitely is not as good in the long term as some of these other, you know, synthetics go, this is definitely just something that is so much fun to play in, it's ridiculous. And if you wanted to play in them, which is the entire purpose of these projects, I'm letting you know now that you can, and you can do it safely. It's not going to kill you. You're not going to roll your ankle. Well, you might, but that's not going to be the shoe's fault. And, you know, other than that, just go out there, lace them up, and have fun. You know, quit worrying about limited stuff. Quit worrying about quick strikes. Quit worrying about colorways and all that stuff. Buy exactly what you like. Go to the basketball court, lace it up, and have fun. That's all it's all about. You know, every single drop that is out here, every retro, I don't care what anybody says, it's a basketball shoe. Therefore, it should be worn on a basketball court. So, with that being said, if you want to check out the scores for this, you can go to my site, kicksoncourt.com. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for all your support. Until next time, guys, have a good one.
Fuck the average Joe, boy, you know I'm trying to differ. And so far I think I'm doing it. Anything is possible, and boy, I think I'm proving it. People looking up to me, I'm really kinda new to this. Yeah, they looking up to me, I'm really kinda new to this.